Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have something new to show you. This is a new gun bag. It is a beautiful piece of work and the materials are just pristine quality. Just kidding. Inside this gun bag is a new rifle. And it's a 22 caliber. And it shoots a big chunk of lead at holy crap speed. Plus, you need one of these to fill it up. Let's check it out. So, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is the Kral Puncher Maxima in 22 caliber. So far, it's looking like a very good quality rifle. The machining on it is not perfect. There are some machining marks, but that's what you get when you go for the lower budget rifles. Starting here at the back, it is a very nice soft rubber butt pad. It is extremely grippy, and although it has no serrations at the back, it is extremely effective in keeping the rifle on your shoulder. Moving up to the cheek piece, it is a Monte Carlo style cheek piece, and although it is ambidextrous, it has this adjustment knob which I think will make it a little uncomfortable for left-handed shooters. So the cheek piece is adjustable by pressing in the button. You can adjust the cheek piece. Now that gives you a higher cheek weld if you've got a bigger scope. Moving on, we have the pistol grip. Now in my opinion, it can benefit from a little bit of a more sleek rake to the grip, but it does set you up nicely for the trigger, so I can't fault it really. It's got a nice stippling around the pistol grip, and I can describe it as a very fine sandpaper texture. It is much grippier than the surface of this polymer, but it is not as effective as some of the sharp stippling on wood. We have a machined aluminium breech with what looks like to be a cast side lever with, of course, the 12 round supplied magazine. Then we have over here a power adjuster. Now I believe in the sub 12 foot-pound that power adjuster does absolutely nothing, but in this FAC version it does actually adjust the power, which is fabulous for when you want to go shooting doves on a field. You've got long ranges to shoot at, and then that night you would like to go shoot some rats in a barn. Now you don't want to completely go crazy in the barn. You don't want to wreak havoc on the farmer's roof. So adjust the power down, make sure you know where it's hitting at, and you're off. It has, I believe, the 20 inch barrel and a 280 cc of air cylinder. The air cylinder is made of steel, but I'm not too concerned about that because it only expires in 2027, and then I have to have it checked again. So overall, quite impressed with this rifle. It is my first PCP, so yeah. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, the trigger is adjustable for the pull weight, but it breaks very cleanly, very crisply out of the box, so I'm not even gonna touch it. Yeah. Oh, and another thing, it is threaded for a 1/2 inch UNF right here at the muzzle, which is great that they thought of it. And as you could have heard, the rifle does bark on high power quite a bit, so a suppressor is needed if you are not on a farm or a small holding like I am. So yeah, let's get to shooting. It's a repeater, so we're going to shoot it with the mags and see how it performs. Now I don't know if you can see that, but the rifle does actually have a bit of recoil, which is surprising, but also acceptable for this type of rifle. It is throwing a big chunk of lead very fast, and forces have to be opposite and equal. Turn the power wheel down, you can hear the difference between high power and low power. Alright, there's low power. And it absolutely quiets it down. It's just crazy. And it's shooting about this much lower when on low power. Going back to high power is very easy. Just simply turn the knob again. And there we are, high power. Alright, so we've got the target up back there at about 30 meters. Just gonna walk back so long and have a crack at it. See how we do. To load the supplied 12 round magazines is very easy. simply take the cover first off, open your tin of JSBs or whatever pellet you choose to use. Then rotate the clear cover clockwise all the way. You then have to put your finger underneath the first hole and simply drop in your pellet nose first, just like that. Rotate then counterclockwise and fill up all the others. Done. And it has a retention on those last two pellets, so you have 12 rounds. You don't need to have one less in the mag just to be able to carry it without it falling out. There we go. As easy as that. Right, so I've got a full 12 round magazine. Just want to show you, there's a ridge on top of the magazine here, and it corresponds to a groove in the receiver. So what you do is you make sure your rifle is on safe, open up the action, and it simply just pops in. And then we have our counter back here, and if we close the bolt, first round is in the... So we've got a target up at 30 meters. There are 3 dots, I believe. So we're going to put 3 rounds on each of them and see how the groupings look. I've got to adjust my parallax so we don't get any parallax error. So yeah, let's see how we get on. It's a tiny bit low and to the left, but I haven't had a chance to sight in the rifle 100%. The wind was so bad when I got this rifle, I had to wait till today. About the same. I did pull the one off, only a tiny bit, but the other two are right on top of each other, and then there's one little bit out, probably about 5 millimeters or 6 millimeters. Yeah, okay, we have 6 more shots. Need to reload. The wind is blowing my targets. It's in the wind. Okay, so let's go have a look at those 2 groupings. I'm going to put the rifle on safe, lay it with the muzzle not in the direction where I'm going to be. Probably should lay it down like this so the magazine doesn't press on whatever you're laying it on top of. Yeah. So let's go check it out. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me show you. So this was our first grouping. 2 pellets went through this top hole, and 1 I pulled off a tiny bit to the left and low. Then our second group, we have again 2 pellets through this hole and 1 off tiny bit to the left and down. I've got the steel plate behind it, and it's absolutely pulverizing it. You can see the lead fragments all over. There are some stuck in the side here. So there's this indicator window on the magazine, and you can see it when you're shooting. So it displays the number before you shoot, which is quite interesting, I believe. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but it does give you an indication of when you are empty. Plus, it doesn't allow you to close the bolt after you fired your last pellet. While filling the rifle isn't a breeze, it isn't too bad either. Just have to remember to take it slow and don't let the hand pump overheat. And we're done. Make sure you bleed out all the air from the pump, otherwise this hose becomes a danger. Rotate the dust cover. Put this back on its rightful place. And we are done. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I know this wasn't an in-depth review. I only have a couple of hours to spend on this today. So I have some other things as well to do. So this was just a quick introduction and just to show you guys the main features of the gun. Keep an eye out for the full review. There will be a full review posted within the next 2 or 3 weeks, which I will have some time to spend on tuning the gun a little bit with the power settings and seeing what pellet works best with it to give you guys accurate depiction of what the gun can actually do. So now we're still in the break-in period of the rifle. It hasn't broken in quite yet, so accuracy can only improve. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Shoot safe and enjoy. I'll see you next time.